So the project is Fabulous Fabbers, and it's exploring the factories of the future and the way we might relate to them. Basically, I did this with scientists from the Research Council in England, and they were looking at new ways to produce things and to challenge the silicon industry, to make factories more portable and mobile, that they could travel through the city, and that should change the way we relate to things we own as well. So it's developed around 3 scenarios. The first one is a corporate one, where the factory is like a circus. It tours the city and basically sets up in towns for around 3 months or half year at a time. It might be following demand or raw materials, and it would be celebrated as an event by the population as they welcome this new source of goods and jobs and new manufacturing techniques as well. There is a slight darker side though, because as you can see, the tent is fenced in by a fence with a copyright sign on it, and so people are not actually allowed in the tent except through the shop. So that's the only place they can go. That raises questions about in a world where products are digital files, how will companies end up protecting them, or protecting their intellectual property? The second scenario is a slightly more black market, darker one, where the technology escapes from the lab, as it often does, and is basically a mobile undercover workshop that is touring the city and that caters to people's special needs and desires. And so imagine if the products that we were buying were not the outcome of a global marketing campaign or production line, but could be actually tailor-made to each and every one of us according to our fantasies or strange desires and what that might bring. The third one is the self-replicating street stall, and that's exploring the idea of self-replication, which is currently being explored by the RepRap, an open source project. Currently, they're looking at making a printer that can print all of its own parts, but at the moment it's only about the structural bits, so it's only tubing and the pieces that connected together. What the scientists are looking into would mean that actually all of the bits, all of the circuits and the chips would also be integrated into the structure. So it would be able to make a fully working copy of itself. And so basically, once we have an unlimited supply of factories and objects, how might our relationship and emotional value that we put on these things, how might that change? And it would change, I think, quite a lot. My name is David Benqué, and I'm graduated from the RCA in Design Interactions, and I come from Paris, France.